podcast over the years.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much. I read something today. Geshe Chekawa said that the practice of bodhisattva is to forcefully overpower your addictions. And something that I've learned from you is that we're addicted to everything. And I was wondering if you could give a little commentary on that.
Yeah, I mean, we're addicted to everything. What do you mean by that exactly?
Well, the forcefully overpowering my addictions in my life hasn't worked, because then I just beat myself up about it.
Well, that's in and of itself an addiction.
Yes.
You know, we're kind of addicted to guilt also. And guilt doesn't do any good. Guilt is actually just another way to think about yourself more. I had a very wise therapist friend who I was talking to about Buddhism with. And I told him that as far as I knew, there's no word in Sanskrit for guilt. And I've heard that that's the case also in Tibetan. I don't know Tibetan, but I think it is the case in Sanskrit. There are words for regret, but not guilt. And that's a big difference. So beating yourself up about it, so my therapist friend sort of insightfully said that sometimes we feel guilty in order not to feel regret, as a substitute for regret. You see, regret is active. Regret means I'm going to try not to do it again. And guilt is just like, you know, oh, I feel I'm such a bad person, I'm such a bad person, without necessarily the intent to actually change. So, you know, I think in the Tibetan Buddhist text, they make a distinction like this. Regret is what you would feel if you drank arsenic, not unknowingly, drank some arsenic, and then somebody 5 minutes later said, you know, you just drank arsenic. You wouldn't feel guilt. You wouldn't say, oh, what a bad person I am, I drank, you know. But you would feel regret. I wish I hadn't done that. And so, you know, in our battles with, you know, with the addictions of all sorts, I think the main addiction that we have is the addiction to our own mental afflictions. To our anger, to our pride, to our jealousy, to our envy. Those are the big addictions, really. And the fight with those addictions, you know, involves a lot of losing. You know, it takes time to overcome addictions like that. It takes time to overcome our habits. You could call them habits. Over and over and over again, we've just, you know, let them go. Anger comes and we just say, well, I feel angry, so I got to get angry. You know, and we've empowered them. We've empowered our own mental afflictions. So to fight them means that, you know, you have to realize that, you know, they have a lot of power over you, and they're going to win a lot. Even when you struggle with them, they will win. But little by little, you know, patience. You practice patience and you practice regret instead of guilt. You know, regret that I lost. Another bout, but patience with yourself. I'm going to keep trying. What else is there to do? See, otherwise you just capitulate and say, "Oh, I have no power over anything." So you fight, and with the understanding that there'll be a lot of losses, but little by little, you know, wins will happen. Small victories, and those small victories, you know, start to increase and get bigger, and that's how it works. And so I think, you know, for somebody like me, and maybe there are other people in the audience who've been trying to do this for, in my case, about 15 years now, in a serious way, to, you know, try to overcome the mental afflictions. And I still have them. And then you go, well, God, 15 years, come on. You know, how can I still be such a loser after 15 years? And then you have to have this kind of patience and compassion for yourself. You know, we're all just doing our best. If you do your best, then that's all you can do, and there will be losses. You see, you know, in America there's baseball, right? Baseball is a big sport here, and you're a really good hitter if you hit the ball, if you get on base 1 out of 3 times, and that's a .333 batting average, right? And the spiritual batting average is a lot lower than that, I'd say. You see. If you're succeeding like 1 out of 10 times, you should feel very happy. You know, and just program in failure. The only way not to fail is not to try. They have a 100% success rate. People who do not try to overcome their mental afflictions, to overcome their anger and so forth, have a 100% success rate. And if you actually are trying, your success rate is going to be a lot lower than 100%. But little by little. You can't have compassion and love for others unless you have it for yourself. If you don't have enough compassion to want to help yourself overcome your pain, overcome your suffering, how are you going to have it for others? Start with yourself. and then extrapolate. Going like, I'm just like everyone else. Everyone else, or you can put it like this, everyone else is just like me. You know, everyone else is suffering. Everyone else is, you know, is fighting with the addictions. Everyone else is just like you. And so everyone equally deserves to have to be happy and to have their pain go away. But you do too. You're everyone too. You're part of everyone. Everyone universally. It's not right that people are suffering. It's not right. It's not the way it should be. Everyone universally has the right. The Dalai Lama calls it a human right to be happy and to avoid pain. And you're not excluded from that universal right.